without further ado, we're going to play some songs for you, some tunes. You're going to hear things that will be Irish, some things that will not be Irish, but maybe other Celtic, from other Celtic countries. You'll hear songs, you'll see dancing, and hopefully you'll have a really good time. We'll have about a 40-minute set and then a break for intermission, and we have snacks, friends of the library, thanks to them, which they accept your kind donations as well, and then we'll have a second set. So that's what's going to happen.
Are you ready?
Yes. I forgot to ask some of you to help us out tonight. The people in the front row, you're now part of the band. When I put my foot up, that means we're going out. And generally we kind of know, because we have played these tunes a few times, but it would be very helpful that if I put my foot up, they can't see me. So if everybody in the front row puts their foot up, then we'll all go out together. That was really a miracle we just did that.
All go together.
Yeah. Okay, so you okay? You good with that? You're part of the band. Welcome. So I lost my piece of music, piece of notes, actually. Yeah, you found it, didn't you? Could I have that for a sec? Well, I wrote on the back of this piece of paper. Thank you. I'll give it back. But it was mine. So that tune was the Earl of Mansfield, which is a Scottish march. And I just did a little bit of looking. And you know the current Earl? He points if you know the name of the current Earl of Mansfield. Nobody?
Jane?
No, Alexander David Mungo Murray. And along the River Tay is the Scone Palace, but I guess they pronounce it Scone? Scone. I like scones better than I like scones. But anyway, the castle or the palace was built in about 1802 with attached to some older parts that go back to the 1500s. And the Stone of Destiny, or the Stone of Scone, was at one time housed there, a very special stone that people were, what's the term?
Crowned.
They were what?
The new kings of Scotland
Was
were
crowned.
crowned on the
Sitting on that
stone of Scone.
Yeah, okay, so that's That's the Earl of Mansfield. That was the tune that we just played, which is a lovely. Did you want this back? It's still mine, but you can have it back. All right, thanks. All right. So we're gonna do,
Okay.
yeah. jigs, they're 6/8 time, they go jiggity, 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 versus reels, they go really, really, really. Really, it's true. So that first one was Coleraine, which is a town in Northern Ireland, and the earliest record of that tune is back in 1880s. And then the other one was the Irishman's Heart to the Ladies, sometimes called the Irishman's Health to the Ladies, or Sweet Biddy Daly. That's also from the late 1800s.
The Ladies' Triumph.
Ladies' Triumph. I thought that was the
That gets
Farewell
used-
to Whiskey.
No,
Oh, that's also Ladies' Triumph.
no.
Okay,
This is the vote process.
this is the vote process.
Wishful thinking, perhaps.
Your notes back?
No. So the next one we're gonna do a piece called Coleman's March, And you can correct me if I'm wrong about any of this. But Coleman's March has a story that kind of goes along with it, that this fellow, is his first name? I don't know, but Coleman. Joe Coleman, okay. That's great. Was sentenced to be hung for a crime.
Killing his mother-in-law.
Killing his mother-in-law, that's right, okay. So his mother-in-law was killed. This was this fact. But he was convicted of the crime and was sent to going to be hanged. Hunged. Either way, it's not a good thing. Okay. It's rather terminal usually, but not in this case, because he was as he was going to the gallows. This was supposedly the tune that he was playing on on his fiddle, right? So there was the gallows, there was the rope, and whatever happened, but he didn't die. The hanging was not successful, or it was, according to Joe. He was spirited away by the rest of his family and was never seen or heard from again. But later, many years later, a woman on her deathbed did a confession that she was the actual murderer. So anyway, so this is Coleman's March.
Hello. Someone's trying to communicate with me. I think it's Joe Coleman. He's coming back. Whoop.
Okay.
I sit down here.
Oh, you're gonna sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. I'm comfortable. Are you comfortable? Oh, good. I can still hear something back there. Anyway, this is for them too. I'm going to sing a song actually the tradition, this is an old American song that found its way back to Ireland. And it was the fellow that I learned it from, his name is Paul Brady, and a wonderful singer. And it's a song called The Lakes of Pontchartrain, down in Louisiana, down on the bayou. And it's in a style called Shano singing. Shano singing is basically unaccompanied, and which is almost true, but actually we use what we call a cappella. A cappella is a very early prototype of the harmonica. And it had a couple design flaws that didn't really work. One of them was it was in a round form and didn't really lend itself to being able to be played to hit all the notes on chords. The only way you could do it was you had to hold the cappella out between three people, and each one of them would have to come in at a different angle and blow their particular note, and that way you got the chord you were looking for. Now, if one of these people you didn't necessarily like, it was a little difficult to be that close to them, so you can see how the whole thing sort of fell apart. So nowadays, instead of accompanying themselves on the cappella, we generally just play one note, and then we just sing the rest of the song. So that's what I'll do today, is I'll just play the one note on the cappella, and then I'll sing the rest of the song to you, if you don't mind, if that's all right. So again, this song is called The Lakes of Pontchartrain. It was one fine March morning, I bid New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jacksontown, my fortune to renew. I cursed the foreign money, no credit could I gain, and I left my heart with longing for the lakes of Pontchartrain. I rose early next morning, and I got on board a train. And I took the rails till evening, when I lay me down again. Oh, strangers there, no friend to me, till a dark girl towards me came. And I fell in love with the Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. I said, well met, me bonny old girl, my money it is no good. And if it weren't for the alligators, I'd camp out in the woods. You're welcome here, kind stranger, our home is very plain. But we never turn a stranger out on the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, she took me to her mother's house, and she treated me right well. The hair upon her shoulders in jet black ringlets fell. To try and paint her beauty, I'm sure 'twould be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. Verse. I asked her if she'd marry me. She said this could never be, for she had got a sweetheart, and he was far at sea. She swore she would be true to him, and so she would remain, till he's come back for his Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. So it's fare thee well, me bonny old girl, I'll never see you no more. But I'll not forget your kindness in the cabin by the shore, and at each social gathering a flowing glass I'll drain, and I'll drink a health to the Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. There you go. Thank you very much.
You want to say something about?
Yep, this next tune is a tune that I wrote. It's called Dick Lehman. Dick is a member of our group, but he had to move out of town to be with family. And so we decided we're going to throw him a party, and one of our other members of the group walked up to me and said, well, you should write him a tune. And I said, okay, and yeah, well, the party is next week. And so I went back home and I thought, well, I'll see what I can do. And apparently the Dick Lehman spirit, even though he's still around, was talking to me, and he just said, here, play this. And so that's what we're gonna do.
I just want to say that some seats down front here, I'm seeing people at the door, there's 2 seats in the front here. You can join the band. They'll explain it to you. All right. Sorry.
Everybody ready?
Yep. Some dancers. I'm just going to come to the mic and say a couple of things first. Let's move this up. So want to just say Jean Verhoeven and I met, I think it was 8 years ago, and I contacted her about having her dancers come and do a concert at the Wilton Town Hall Theater. And some of these same folks were playing, and on stage, where you normally see movies, yeah, well, there was live music there and dancing, and we, like, 3/4 filled the large auditorium, and it was a fundraiser, and we raised just shy of $800 for share. It was a very fun, and so when this opportunity came, I thought, I gotta talk to Jean and see if her dancers would like to come. So that's what's going to happen next. Yeah. All right. I'll put this down. Yes. All right.
Good evening, I am Jean Verhoeven, and I'm the founder and choreographer and instructor and pain in the neck in the field Irish dancers. We're based in Concord, and we're in our 9th year. So when Sandy got us the first time, we were pretty new. But it's really exciting to be here tonight, and thank you for coming out. Now, we are kind of a different school. First of all, we do all 3 kinds of Irish dance. We do solo steps, which you think of, you know, the straight arms and the fancy dresses. We do Ceilidh, which is folk dancing. 2 people, 3 people, 4, 6, 8. And then we also do set dancing, which is a descendant of the French quadrilles and an ancestor of American square dancing. And we're going to show you a little bit of all 3 tonight. We also do not compete. We love to perform. We have a great time, but we don't do the competition, and that's by choice, because we do it for the love of the culture, the love of the dance, and it's great exercise too. So we have a lot of fun. We go from 7 years old to 60 years and everybody dances together, and whether you're tall, short, good foot, bad foot, whatever, everybody dances at our school, and that's the fun part. Now, I just brought the advance with me tonight. We're up to about, I think, 29 students. So we got a lot of beginners this year, so it was very interesting. So what you saw here was a 2-hand dance, a 2-hand reel. And now we're going to do our school dance for you. And it's called the Galway reel. And what's interesting about Irish dance is you can practically take a tour of Ireland, because many of the dances are named for either cities or areas or regions or counties in Ireland. So it's kind of fun. So this is the Galway reel, another reel for you.
So we'll do 8 bar intro. Yeah, 8 bar, the same 2, rose tree, okay? Yeah.
foot. That'll work. Okay, so that was a Ceilidh dance, and the next thing we're going to do for you is an actual choreographed dance. Now, a lot of schools come out and they come out and boom, 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 they just do solo dances and that's all you get. Well, we like to do things a little differently. So this is a choreographed jig. It's called the Big Jig. And what you're going to see is kind of a combo of Ceilidh dancing, and then we're going to spotlight some solo steps. And you might not know this or not, but every school has their own solo steps. You have to choreograph them yourself. So you'll never see the same steps in two different schools. So on to the jig. What is it? Jiggity, jiggity, is that what you said? Jiggity, jiggity, jig.
Jean, this is the first time you've used those new outfits, is that right? Am I understanding right? Really nice, huh? Yeah. So I always thought of Irish dancing as river dance. And then I went to Ireland.
We can take our shirts off if you want.
What an audience, man. And then I went to Ireland, and what I saw in Ireland is exactly what you're seeing here. The real thing, the relaxed, I mean, yes, in clothing that matches, but not with the hair pulled up tight and the red circles on the cheeks. Real individuals dancing the real dances, and it's just really refreshing after seeing what the Americanized version of Irish dance is to see that the real deal is being danced here. So thank you.
No wigs on us.
Yeah, no wigs on you. Right. All right, so we're going to do the red-haired boy. Did you know that Ireland has the largest percentage population of people with red hair? It's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's still not huge, but it's we tune because we care. songs. We have some wonderful songs.
I'm going to stand. Okay, thank you. It's coming for me. Okay. So we already told you that this is sort of an Irish program and sort of not. So I thought perhaps a couple of songs about potatoes would be apt. The first one is Irish. The second one is definitely not Irish, but it does have some bits of clapping and a chorus, which I hope you will join in on. These guys have been practicing, so they will help you. And we'll just see. Okay.
Oh, we have a little loyal friend, the potato smooth and round, and it's seldom that it fails to lend a dish that's good and sound. Oh, it truly is a friend in need, though treated with disdain, a most essential food indeed that fully earns its fame. They say Sir Walter Raleigh, so it's generally agreed, he planted in our valleys fair the first prolific seed. It sprang from out the fertile soil, at least that's what we're told, with eager care and earnest toil, a crop 100-fold. So please God today, come what may, our farmers will plant more of these tubers, which are sure to stay stark hunger from our shore. And let us call them what we will, spuds or pomme de terre, they are a vital food today that all of us may share. They're red, they're white, they're brown. They get that way underground. They can't have much to do, 'cause now they have blue ones too. Any way that you'd cook 'em, we'll try 'em. Any way that they'll fit on our plate. You can bake 'em or mash 'em or fry 'em. We'll enjoy them and think they're just great. Potato, 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 potato. Sometimes we ditch the skin and dine upon what's within. At times we'd rather please have just the outsides with cheese. They have eyes, but they do not have faces. I don't know if their feelings get hurt while they're hanging around in dark places where they only can stare at the dirt. Potato, 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 potato. It seems the use is scant for other parts of the plant, but that which grows in view is eating potato too. I imagine them under their acres, out in Idaho or up in Maine, maybe wondering if they'll be bakers, or knishes, or latkes, or plain. Potato, 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 potato. Hooray!
Yeah, we have hardly any fun at all. The next tune we're going to play is Finnegan's Wake. Am I right? Am I missing anything?
Yes.
Finnegan's Wake. And if you know anything about Irish wakes, Finnegan's Wake is a song, actually. We won't be singing the words, but there's some really interesting things. You can look this up and read the lyrics about Finnegan's Wake. But basically, Tim Finnegan, he had a bit of a tippling way, and one day he fell off a ladder and broke his head, and they took him home, his corpse to wake. And so they're having the Irish wake, and things get out of hand. There's a line, shillelagh law was all the rage. It was woman to woman and man to man. So things got a little rowdy. And someone, I don't know, they were disrespectful to the liquor, and it sprinkled over Tim. And see how he rises, Timothy rising from the dead. Whirl my whiskey around like blazes. What did you think? I was really dead? So anyway, so this is Finnegan's Wake. This is the tune. Anyway, yeah. I didn't write it. Let me see, last two measures. floor piece now. This is in waltz time, and the Irish dancers have left the floor. We do have a dance floor up here, if you would like to take a partner out and waltz. This is a tune called Planxty, Fanny Power, written in honor of Frances Power. She was the daughter of David and Elizabeth Power of Galway, England, and this was written back around 1728 by the blind harper Turlough O'Carolan. He became blind about the age of 18 from smallpox, and so there were limited numbers of options. He was apprenticed to a harper and became an incredible composer and harper, a harpist, and he would go travel the country with a guide and would stay at different people's homes, and they would put him up, and he would write tunes in their honor or in honor of their families. And a lot of his compositions have survived, and they're beautiful. They almost have a certain sound. You hear one and think, that sounds like it could be an O'Carolan piece, and it likely is. So this is Planxty, Fanny Power. Let's see here. So that was our first part of the evening, first half of the evening, our first set.